अनुच्छाखतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरक्षसे गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं विरहकातर्या पुत्रेति तन्मयतया सर्वोऽभिनेदु तं सर्वभूतैर्यं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि तवैवास्मि मयिवां प्रयादिना इति दिव्याय राधे कन्याय मां शरणं। My humble lovers and sisters, in the Lord's feet of my spiritual guru, O Nitya Leela Pravishta Srimad Bhakti Pragyanti Swami Narayan, and also in the Lord's feet of my Shiksha Guru, Nitya Leela Pravishta Vishnu Pal Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Narayan. We are explaining Bhakti. And Bhakti is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. Sukadeva Goswami has explained all these three pastimes of Krishna. So you are chanting, somewhat doing worshipping other limbs of bhaktis you are doing, but no taste is Hari Katha, then gradually all will go away. So, in high class of association and Vaishnava or Guru, we should always be there. And in their guidance, we should first hear and then explain in so many ways, by singing, by glorifying Him, by explaining Hari Katha. But first you will have to hear and serve your Gurudev, and then you can. That is why if you want to be happy in this world and after that, tasma eken manasa bhagavan shashvatang pati srotavya kirtitavyaschya dheya pujyascha nitya. If you want to be happy in this world and you want to attain pure bhakti, then eken manasa ananya bhavena, one pointed attention. Oh, you should do pranam to Shashvatang Pati, the bandhu of devotees, Krishna, or the bandhus of Jadavas, bandhu of Gops, and who is he? Krishna himself, present and Narayan. Sotavya kirtitavyaschya dheya pujyascha nityada. Always and always you should hear about his name, Roop, Gun, Leela. And Kirtitavyasya, you should do Kirtan of all, like song we are doing. And there you should meditate on Krishna, but not alone Krishna, with his whole family, especially with Radhika and Gopis. If you will do, very soon your attachment to this world will be cut. They will cut. Who will cut? High class of Asia. Oh, Guru, Vaishnava will cut with their what? Sharp knives. What is that? Tongue. Their words. Their teaching. They will cut. You cannot. But they are very powerful. And very soon they will cut off all your. So you should have taste in Harikatha. Whether no taste, go there. If sleep comes, sleep there. No. After some time, sleepiness will go. There will come sleepiness. So tasteful and very sweet pastimes of Krishna and the associates of Krishna, they will tell that very soon your all sleepiness, idleness, everything will go. Shivatang Swakatha. That is telling you. Swakatha, Krishna. Punya Samana Kirtana. Dantasto Yabadran within it Suhit Sutta. If you are hearing the very strong and very sweet pastimes of Krishna, then Krishna, what he will do? Like a bandhu, like a friend, bosom friend, he will come in your heart. How he will come? Oh, by the Harikatha. By their Harikatha, Karnarandena, he will come in your heart and he will vidhunu. He will take away all your anarthas, aparad, unwanting things. Very soon. So very carefully we should hear. Maya may come, sleepiness may come. But you should try to get very carefully hear all these. Then he will come in the heart in a form of Harikatha from high class of qualified Vaishnava and Guru, and he will brown your heart and clear it. What to brown? All at worldly attachment, anger, lust, and all other things. So very soon. And Krishna Bhakti will come. Nasta prayesu abhadresu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavat uttam shloke bhakti bhavati. Nasty. And then, if your all offenses, unwanting things, honors are about to go away, something, no namaparad, something others. It has been told in Hajan Rahasya all these things. Then, Bhagavat Sevaya. There are two things. Bhagavat, Bhakta, and Granth Bhagavat. Bhagavat, Bhakta is more powerful than Srimad Bhagavat. They are lock and key of Srimad Bhagavatam. You can read Bhagavatam, but you cannot take the essence. No strength. But if Bhagavat Sevaya, you serve Bhagavat means bhakta. There are so many bhakts. Kanishta, Madhyam, Uttam. Then again, Kanishta, Madhyam, Kanishta, Uttam. And then Madhyam, Kanishta, Madhyam, Uttam. And then Uttam, then Uttam, Kanishta, Uttam, Madhyam, Uttam. And also if you explain more, thousands of gradation are of. But it should be Uttam Bhagavat. Like Parikshit Maharaj heard from whom? Narad Goswami himself. Where he heard? Sanatana Goswami, where he heard? From himself. Rupa Goswami, not Uttam, balki Uttam, Bhagavan himself, Krishna. So if you want, but in this world, this class of Vaishnava are very rare. Very rare. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he will be available after one kalpa. But Madhyam Adhikari you can find, if you are fortunate. Even by Madhyam, Uttam, you can make them Guru, Shiksha Gurus, Guru both, and they will tell Harikatha, and gradually they will take out all the bad things. How? By Harikatha. And Harikatha, who is Harikatha? Krishna himself. Then he will come Krishna and as a Bandhu, he will clear all these things in heart. Tada rajastamo bhavat kam lobhadyasya je cheta etai anavidham satthitvam sattvam prasidati. And then all kinds of lust, anger, tama, raja, I am all in all, false ego, all will come, go away. And then you will become like Tinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahisuna, Amalina, Manati. How prema will come? Then Mahaprabhu is telling, what? Ki रूप लैले नाम प्रेम उपजय तार Ram. And what he told? Be tall, more than tree. Be humble more than a grass, blade of grass. Give honor to all according to their stage. And don't want any praise or nothing. This is the qualification. And if it comes from the core of heart, bottom of heart, then man will give very soon Krishna prema. Evam prasanna manaso bhavat bhakti yogata bhavat tattva vijnanam mukta sangasya jayate. All kinds of lust, attachment, worldly, everything will go and he will be very happy. Jayatma samprasida. His soul will be always happy, not covered with any sufferings or anything. And tattva vijnanam mukta sangasya jayate. And then by the mercy of mukta, liberated soul, bhakti, uttama bhakti, madhyama bhakti, then bhavat tattva vijnanam. He will know all kinds of tattva. Jiva tattva, Krishna tattva, Maya tattva, Radha tattva, Krishna tattva, Even Prema Tattva, everything he will know. Rasa Tattva, Vidya Tattva, everything he will know. Vidyate Hridaya Granthi. Jante Sarva Sansaya, Chinte Chasya Karmani Dishta Eva. And then he will take darshan of Krishna in his heart. And then what will become? As a result, Vidyate Hridaya Granthi. All attachment from the world. And all kinds of doubt will go away. We have so many doubts. Our Guruji, whether knows or not, I think something bad, lust coming. But my Gurudev, perhaps not. Should I tell him or not? Like this. Krishna is Supreme Lord or not, who can say? And if doubt comes, then you are tried from by transcendental bhakti, you will die. Shyante chasya karmani, all his fruitive karmas will go away. Ato vai kavyo nityam bhakti paramayamda vasudeve bhagavati kurvant atma prasidanam. And that is why all the kavayo, nitya mukta, liberated soul, being very happy, they do prem bhakti, parama bhakti, Vasudevi, Krishna, Bhagavati, Kurvanta Atma Prasita. This is only way to be happy. That he asks. Jatma, so we should try to follow all these things. First we can begin how Narad achieved bhakti. I have told you, there is not one Narad. He has a big history. He comes in Kalpa in different ways. And in his last birth, he took birth from any maid servant. How? Who will this be? Can you? Not Charitra? And Guru Tattva also in that.
Om Jnana-timarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksuran Militam Jina Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Srila Gurudev has ordered me to speak on Narada Charitra, the history of Narada Muni in one as described in the Srimad Bhagavatam in this time. Narada had been committed offense in the previous life as a Gandharva to the Sankirtan party. So he took birth in the son of a maidservant, didn't know who his father was, so not a very high birth. But in that position,
what offense he had done? Where?
In the heavenly planets, he was Gandharva, and he was mocking the Sankirtan party. They were chanting, and he made some criticism. Was
before that?
Before that. Oh, I don't know before that.
Oh, Shamrani?
I just know that he was singing materialistic songs of enjoyment instead of.
She said that he was singing materialistic songs.
Yes.
Not to
Enjoyment.
But why?
He was associating with ladies.
Apsaras.
You don't. He is always liberated soul. only for our teachings. He comes in this world by any trick that Brahma has
ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. So, Gurudev asked discuss Narad Charitra. Narad Rishi was son of Brahmaji. What kind of son? He came from his throat.
Brahma is liberated.
Narad Rishi is liberated.
He is more superior than millions of Brahma. He is always the associates of Krishna. He is himself.
Narad Rishi has so many forms. Sometime in Dasaras, sometime Sukharas, sometime Madhuras. In Sukharas, he is Priyanarma Sakha of Krishna, means Madhumangal. And in Rujjal Nilmani Grantha, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad has explained, and his commentary of Rujjal Nilmani, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Jiva Goswami Pad has explained. In Madhuras is Naradiya Gopi. He is doing austerity to get Gopi Bhav. So Narad is always liberated. But Brahmaji asked him to help him for creation. And Narad denied. No, I not came in this world to create, to help you in creation, in material creation.
Is this a cause or no? It is against our Vedic literature or no?
No.
Why no?
Because
They have all come to do bhajan, not for worldly things. And Brahma was telling him that you should marry and make praja like me, and he refused.
when Naradji refused, he told, I am your father, you are neglecting me, deny my order, okay, then you will go to Gandharva planet. He told, okay, I am agree. So you are in Gandharva planet, became Gandharva. Gandharva means we can sing very nice.
If a father is telling that you should not do bhajan, what should you do? Obey him or not?
And Gita,
Be Prahlad.
Srimad Bhagavad told, Guru nasassat sajano nasassat. What to say about father? If Guru also told, don't go to listen any higher Harikatha, then oh Gurudev, bye-bye forever, bye-bye, goodbye. Not to even to what to say about father and mother and other relatives. Even for Gurudev also mentioned in scriptures. Like Prahlad Maharaj, he cut off relation with his father. Bharat Maharaj means younger brother of Lord Ramchandra. He cut off relation with his mother, who gave him birth. In Gopis, they gave up their connection with their husbands. And Bibhisonji, the younger brother of Ravan, he gave up any kind of relation with his king and elder brother Ravan, Bibhisonji. And Bali Maharajji, when Bamandev came to take some donation, Sukracharya told, oh, don't think he's only ordinary dwarf. He's Vishnu. Don't give any donation. He told, everything is for Vishnu. He is almighty, omnipotent, omniscient. If I give or not, if he wants, he can take, so he must give. But Sukracharya, oh, if my disciple wealth will go away, then how I can manage my life? Disciple is my asset, so I have to keep him in my control. So he make any obstacle. Then Bamandev told, oh please take vow, do achaman. When you are going to do achaman, then water is not coming out from the Ganga Sagar, means one type of lota, there is one small tube, the water will come out. He became a fly and covered the hole, the water should not come. Bamandev told, or maybe your servants are cleaning, not proper cleaning, not clean properly. Okay, bring one kusa grass and clear the hole. As soon as he did, then blood come and Sukraja ran away. Then he became blind in one eye. Why? If you give any obstacle, make any obstacle for Bhagavad Bhajan, then you have to be blind in this life or any other life. So you have to be very careful. Don't make any obstacle the service of Hari Guru Vaishnava. So Narji told, okay, he became Gandharva planet, became Gandharva, and associated with so many Gandharvis. So one day, Brahmaji want to make one very big sacrifice. He invited all, and invited Narad Rishi also, who became Gandharva, to sing there. So Narad Rishi came, not in form of Narad, in form of Gandharva, with so many Gandharvis. And they were singing what? Not Vedic song, not from Samvedas. They are singing material song and doing so many bad posture. Then Brahmaji became very angry. Oh, you are not listening me? You had so many Muni Rishis has come here and you are making so many nonsense thing? Okay, you have to go to material world and have to be son of a maid servant.
Oh, thank you.
Now so okay, then he came down in this world to help us in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpataru bhasya kripa sindhu bhayeva cha Kritanam pavani.
Continue.
So now Narada, he took birth as the son of a maidservant, a lowly birth. But one time during the Chaturmasya, the 4 months of the rainy season, when the sages who are traveling will sit down and stop and do bhajan very intensely for those 4 months, 4 saints came to his mother's house, cottage, and they took shelter there for those months of Chaturmasya. During that time, Narada, he was a very well-behaved boy. He didn't misbehave, he didn't speak nonsense, he was self-controlled, and he would serve those sages very nicely and very attentively. And he would hear their Harikatha, because during these 4 months they would be constantly glorifying and chanting and remembering the glories of the Lord. So he heard so much purifying Harikatha. One time, as they were about to go, he asked them if he could honor the remnants of their prasadam. So because he had pleased them by his service and his humble and submissive and well-behaved attitude, they gave him that blessing. And when he tasted this Mahaprasadam of these Mahabhagavats, then immediately his heart became purified and cleansed, and he experienced the higher emotions of devotional service. He wanted to leave with these sages, but he still had his mother was there attached to him and depending on him. But they gave him blessing. Who were these sages? They were the 4 Kumaras, Sanat, Sanandan, Sanat Kumar, and Sanatan. And so he had association of Maha-Uttama Bhagavats. And they gave him blessing. Very quickly after that time, he desired to go. He couldn't leave. Some snake came and bit his mother, and she passed away. So now the young lad was free, and he began to go and wander the earth, chanting and remembering and seeing all of the varieties of the creation and seeing how it is all Maya, the Lord's Maya. Finally, he found some beautiful place in the forest, and there he began to meditate. At the time, what was the blessing the 4 Kumars gave him before they left? They gave him mantra. So this Diksha mantra, Om Namo, they gave him, he chanted it very, very earnestly and sincerely. This Diksha, what is this Diksha? It is composed of 2 words, Divya Gyanam Tato Dadyata, something is given, and Sankshayate Pap, something is taken away. So what is given is divine knowledge, Divya Gyanam. This is defined by Srila Jiva Goswami as of two kinds of divine knowledge. The specific knowledge, Bhagavat Swarup Gyan, of the form of Godhead that you have a relationship with, that particular Ishtadev that you are related to. And the second type of Divya Gyanam that one receives at Diksha is Bhagavat Sambandha Vishesha Gyan. The specific Vishesha means special, specific. Sambandha means a relationship. That specific and special knowledge, Gyan, that relates to your particular relationship with that form of the Godhead that you're related to. So this is what is meant by the Divya Jnanam Tato Dadyat that is given at the time of Diksha. And Sakshayati Pap. There are so many types of pap or sin. Kut, which is lying unmanifest at the time. Bij, seeds of sin. And then Prarabdha, the sin that we have incurred the reactions of now in this body, being one of them. And then Aparabdha, those sins which we have performed in the past, and now the reaction is just waiting to be experienced. At the time of Diksha, and this is the qualification of real Guru, he can take all those kinds of sins away from your heart. And even, there's a mystery here, the divine nature of the name, the mantra he's giving you, will also destroy even Prarabdha karma. How this will be understood in the higher stages of bhakti. So Narada received mantra from qualified gurus. He chanted, following all their instructions very sincerely, free from attachment to anything in this world. But he had some small attachment. That was that he wanted to perform his bhajan in a very nice place. So he chose to go into the forest, where it was very peaceful and calm and beautiful. And there he, for a moment, he got darshan of his Ishtadev, chanting his mantra. But only for a moment. And when he lost the vision, the sporti, he felt like he had lost the greatest thing. His trance broke, he was crying, how could he get this divine vision back? Why had it appeared and why had it gone? And then he heard a voice, a divine voice told him that, "O Narada, in this life you will not see me again. But I have given you this divine vision just to increase your greed to attain me." So there's a very interesting point here about in Nam Tattva and Guru Tattva, that if even those who chant Namabhas, Ashraddha Namabhas, those who chant the holy name of the Lord, but without any faith, either as a joke or in anger or to indicate something else, like in the case of Ajamil, if even they will achieve liberation and freedom from their sins, and at the same time, those who have prem will always see the Lord within their hearts and before them, then what is the position of those who have Shraddha and are chanting Namabhas? They don't have that complete revelation or divine vision of the Lord at all times, and yet they're certainly more fortunate and of a higher caliber than those who are just chanting out of accident or out of anger or making a joke. So what is that? So the Acharyas have commented that those who chant the name Namabhas, but who have faith in the higher stages of their bhakti, they will be given this sporti or a divine vision of their Ishtadev, the Lord of their heart. So this is Narada received all these blessings from his Guru, and I ask that Gurudev, you please give us all these blessings too.
About Dhruva, and compare by this slok Anya Vilasita. What qualities and what some lacking was there in.
Om Jnanam Timirandasya.
Also you can explain in what category Narad Bhakti was.
Om Jnanam Timirandasya Jnanam Janasalakaya Chaksuram Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. So Gurudev ordered me to, Srila Gurudev ordered me to tell something about the bhakti of Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj was, when he was a young boy, he wanted to sit on the lap of his father. And his stepmother said he has no right to sit on the lap of his father unless he's born from my womb. the two mothers didn't get along. So Dhruva Maharaj became very angry, and he wanted to attain something in sort of a mode of revenge. He wanted to attain a kingdom greater than that of his father and greater than that of his father's father, that is Lord Brahma. So he wanted to attain the Supreme Lord and get the benediction of this very great kingdom that he could be the Lord of. So he went to his mother, and his mother said that much more than the love of your own mother, the Supreme Lord loves you. First he went to his mother without the interest to go to the Lord. So she turned him towards the Lord and says his love is more than millions of mothers. So whatever you want, you should go and approach him. So with that desire to have a kingdom greater even than the kingdom of Lord Brahma, Dhruva set out to find God. So if somebody is sincerely seeking, then the Lord sends his representative to help him. So the Lord Bhagavan sent Sri Narada Muni to be his spiritual master. And at first Narada was encouraging him or discouraging him and told him to go back home. But Narada was so determined, Dhruva was so determined that Narada gave him that same mantra. And Dhruva began chanting that mantra. And he began performing austerities, such great austerities that at first he reduced his eating. Now he's a prince, never walking without shoes. But now he's living in the forest and reduced his eating the first month only to fruits and roots. Then in the next, only to, finally after 6 months, he kept reducing and reducing. After 6 months, he was only eating air. In other words, only taking a breath maybe once every 12 days. He became so powerful that the Lord manifested in his heart. And because the Lord is the most heavy, so Dhruva Maharaj also became heavy. And he became so heavy, he was doing austerities of standing only on one foot and only eating every 12 days 1 breath of air. So he became so heavy that his 1 foot pressed down the earth. And the fact that he wasn't breathing made the whole universe as though not breathing, and the whole universe began suffocating. Our Srila Prabhupada compared this to a person who's in an airplane. Ordinary John Doe is in an airplane, and this airplane is going 2,000 miles an hour. So this ordinary person being on that plane is also going 2,000 miles an hour. So because he was more ordinary, but because the Lord was sitting in his heart, who's the most heavy, so Dhruva Maharaj was able to become heavy. Although the completion of that analogy is that a person who has love of God who's sitting in his heart, he can purify the whole universe just by his presence in it, as with our Srila Gurudev or Srila Prabhupada and other pure devotees. So the demigods began to pray to the Lord that the whole universe now is suffering because of Dhruva's penances. Please give him your darshan. So the Lord appeared to Dhruva. He disappeared from his meditation and reappeared outside of him. And Dhruva Maharaj was able to see him. And all his senses were engaged in the Lord's service. He began drinking the Lord's form with his eyes. All of his senses began being engaged in the Lord's service, and he couldn't even speak. He was stuttering. He could not even ask his prayer. So the Lord touched him with his conch shell, Lord Vishnu, and then Dhruva Maharaj, he knew Dhruva Maharaj's desire. So he told him that he would give him a kingdom that is not exactly Vaikuntha, but it's Rama Priya Vaikuntha. The Vaikuntha planet Is it Ramapriya Vaikuntha or next door, Dhruvaloka? Ramapriya Vaikuntha in this material world. He couldn't attain that Vaikuntha outside in Paravyoma, the transcendental realm, but there is a Vaikuntha region here. And he became he was able to reside there and become like a king there. Then, after ruling in this world, when that was complete, he went home and he became the king. His brother was killed and Dhruva Maharaj became the king. And while he was the king, he had lots of very, very good association. Sometimes Narada Muni came to see him, sometimes other great sages came to see him, and gradually he became free from his desire to rule. Then, when it was time for him to leave this world, to leave his body, the Lord was going to take him to Vaikuntha, but he started thinking of his mother. And so because he had some material attachment, he could not go to that Vaikuntha, but attain that Vaikuntha in this world. So Srila Gurudev asked us to relay what we hope we remember properly from having heard from Srila Gurudev. His bhakti, because it was motivated with a material desire, it did not fit into the category of Uttama Bhakti, as was described by Sripad Aranya Maharaj from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu. One of the symptoms, the tatastha lakshana, or marginal symptom of bhakti, is anya vilasita sunyam, that in natural circumstances, his natural state of being, he will not have any desire other than the desire to please Krishna. But Dhruva Maharaj has a continual desire for a great kingdom, even greater than that of Brahma. So because he did not fall in the category of Anya Vilasita or Anya Vilas, therefore his plus also the Swarup Lakshana, or intrinsic, internal symptom of bhakti, is that one is always engaged for the happiness, welfare, and benefit of Krishna with all of the endeavors of his body, mind, words, and transcendental sentiments. As Srila Gurudev explained yesterday, while Dhruva Maharaj was engaged in that austerity, he didn't have any transcendental sentiments. So also he didn't engage in senses for the satisfaction of the Lord. He wanted his own satisfaction, and for that he was worshipping. Therefore, his bhakti is not under the category of Shuddha Bhakti or Uttama Bhakti or pure Bhakti. His bhakti is called karma, sa-karma bhakti. That is, sa means with, and karma, with kama, desire, sorry. Sa-kama, kama means he had personal desires. So therefore, his bhakti was not pure. Srila Gurudev also asked, what is the nature of the bhakti of Narada Muni? And as was mentioned, to compare. As was mentioned by Sripad Madhav Maharaj, Narada Muni has so many manifestations. His original form is Madhu Mangal, the very, very intimate Priyanarm Saka of Sri Krishna. So in his original feature, he's Uttam Mahabhagwat, more intimate with Krishna than even the topmost of the 5 categories of pure bhakti. That is Uddhav Maharaj. He's so much, lakhs times more than Uddhav, who is I forget the name. Prem Atur means one who's overwhelmed with love of Krishna and overwhelmed by the love of Krishna's greatest devotees, the gopis. But still, Narada in his original feature as Madhu Mangal is lakhs times greater than that even of Uddhav, what to speak of Dhruva Maharaj. Then he has another form as mentioned by Sripad Madhav Maharaj as Naradi Gopi. Again, Uttam Mahabhagwat. In his form as Narada, he also gets to go to Goloka Vrindavan sometimes and assist in the pastimes of the Lord. He met Mother Yasoda, he met the gopis, he discusses sometimes with Radharani, and even in his other features, as a Ram Bhakta and as a Narayan Bhakta, still he's fully in the category of Anyavilasita Sunyam with no other desire than to please the Lord. And therefore